human to feel the vibe. Instead of dead inside, just aimlessly scrolling, when you could be growing and not lost inside. Human to feel the vibe. Instead of dead inside, just aimlessly scrolling, when you could be growing and not lost inside your mind.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, what's up? What's up?
We are the white collar rhymes people. She-bird. Okay, all right. I'm Dice. I'm here with D-Bird and She-Bird. Apparently, you changing your stage name?
It's been like that since we watched
Keys to the VIP.
Bird's Nest. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bird's Nest, baby.
Yeah.
You don't know what the fuck we're talking about? Go check out the back albums of the Bird's Nest.
Or don't.
Back album, baby.
Nah, you should.
Or do. What's with the Christmas tree? I don't know. We can't have the chat on the screen, so I put a Christmas tree up.
Hey.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it ever too early to be festive?
Yeah. Are you anti-Christmas trees?
I can't see the chat because I only have one screen, so.
So
we'll
it's
fill it in if anyone directly roasts you.
Yeah, we'll let you know if anybody has disparaging remarks about you. D-Bird would like, Rogue would like D-Bird to tell him nice things.
Rogue Jepson, you are a human that consumes less energy than a lot of the humans around you. Your impact on the environment and the world at large is fairly minimal. So for that reason, I think you are a stellar person.
I'm not sure what happened there, but I'm going to accept that as an entry into the contest and move forward with this. How was everybody's week? Obviously, me and Bird, we just sat here last night listening to music, so I'm directing my attention to the bottom of the screen.
My weekend was good. I am in Frankenmuth, Little Bavaria. And I am actually next door to Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, which is the largest Christmas shop in the world. And it's also Christmas all year round. So I listen to Christmas music today. So it's Christmas trees.
Very nice.
But yeah, it's I'm at Slush Village, so we had birthday here today. So
happy birthday.
Village.
Not my birthday.
I'm saying happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is.
I'm saying sad birthday. I hope you fucking were miserable getting older.
That's my nephew.
Yeah,
No.
I hope he's fucking sad.
Hope prepare him for adult life.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Life ain't all super soakers and N64s as the kids love these days. Sorry about it, kid.
It's my nephew. Not okay.
Oh,
But
sorry.
You never say bad things about your nephew?
no, he's 4 years old.
I mean, you never took your earring and threw it across the room and smashed it to a million pieces?
No, he's literally a freaking angel.
All right, give him a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Psycho Parasite, you weren't invited because you didn't ask to be invited.
Yeah,
And
not only are you a liability, but
Oh,
also, yeah, you're always
God,
welcome.
I don't know what's going on.
Come on board.
I'm pretty sure you have access to the channel that says streaming planning, where all the things happen and you just choose to willingly ignore it.
This motherfucker is like, oh, well, if you don't text me on my phone, I don't see it. It's like, no, we literally talk about all this shit. We literally plan all the things in things you have access to.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I told?
So Nikki, how's the weather out there?
It's actually really nice. It's October 1st and it was like 80 degrees today. I was like, holy shit. Normally, I mean, like last week it was freezing. It was like 55 degrees. But like, yeah, this is nice.
Find any good rocks?
No, I didn't really. It's only corn.
No, I didn't find any rocks, but I found lots of corn.
It's corn. It's a lot of corn.
You don't
It's
collect
corn.
corn husk?
No. I hate angel hairs. Drive me nuts.
Who are you looking at? Give us
I'm
some
looking at the
perspective.
corn. I'm just looking at the corn. There's
it-
just so much of it.
Is it that interesting? That's corny.
This is a lot of corn.
Bird, did your football teams win today?
My football team plays on Monday, but to be honest, right now I'm getting kind of roasted. It's still a close one, but I'm down by like 10 points to my buddy.
Yeah, I need Vino to have a
Who's there drinking and watching the screens with me. So it's never fun when you're like there with the person who's beating you.
Why not?
Why not? Oh, I love losing. Why not?
What if you were
In food.
what if you were dressed up in some leather tights with a ball in your mouth and then she had a whip and was cracking it? How's that as far as getting beat?
I'm so confused at the pathways that your brain connections go down. It's like the neurons that fire in your head to make you think of the things you think. It's just fascinating to me.
You said it's unpleasant being in the same room with somebody beating you, so I put a scenario out there of somebody beating you. And
So the first thing that went through your head is like, you know what's pleasant is having a ball gag in your mouth while somebody whips you. That's how the connection happens.
I mean, it's either that or slavery, right? So it's either acceptable or unacceptable beating. So I chose acceptable with permission, respectfully.
I'm gonna lick my mustache extra more because VA is being a dick.
Nikki, is the male lick lips overrated, underrated, or fairly used?
creepy.
It's creepy.
Yeah, if a guy comes up to me and goes, "Hey, baby," I don't like it. It's creepy. I'm like, just say hi. What's up? Like, don't be weird.
Wait, what's so creepy about it?
It's like they look at you like a snack. I don't know your snack.
Is that not a thing?
I'm
Don't you want to
fucking
be a
gourmet.
snack?
No, I'm a fucking gourmet meal.
I'm an
Well,
entree.
So what is the nonverbal communication to say you're a gourmet meal?
Look me dead in the eyes. And say, "Hi, how are you? I like rock."
Hi, how are you? That's such a Midwest fucking nonsense. Like, hiya, howdy, girl.
Hi,
Here's-
how are you?
This is the thing
I
with
know.
Nikki. I specifically asked for nonverbal. She says I want verbal. She refused.
Yeah.
No, okay,
Look me
nonverbal.
dead in the eye.
Nonverbal. Yeah, good eye lock. Like, I don't know. I look at people in their eyes. Though,
This
so.
is what Nikki thinks of as a gourmet introduction.
Don't
Hiya.
lick your lips. Like, don't.
Do
lick
you
your
have a
lips.
combine I can borrow from my
I'm
farm?
not a farmer.
My scarecrow fell apart. Can you help me put them back together?
Nikki, would you live on a farm?
Yeah, I used to when I was younger.
I didn't ask about when you were younger. I said, would you
I
live on a
would.
farm?
Yeah.
Would you take care of the
No.
farm, or you just would live there?
I fucking hate farm work. I would just live there. I already took care of a farm and it's ass. I don't want to have a farm.
Can we just all agree that farm work is fucking garbage?
It
And
is. It's the fucking worst. I don't want to bale hay. I don't want to fucking clean out stalls. I don't want to fucking spend my entire morning taking care of other things. I need to take care of myself.
And how
We've
are
got
you?
yoga to do and rocks to collect.
I'm saying.
How are you doing on that taking care of yourself front? Are you excelling?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Okay. Bird, would you live on a farm?
Fuck no. I grew up in a rural community, and I was in the city part of the rural community, but still we were kind of known as like the farmer fucks. No, absolutely not. I could not fucking wait to move out of that small little cow town into the big city of Portland, Oregon. I love it.
How desperate do you think the first sheep fucker was?
I think they aren't even desperate necessarily. I think they just like start to. It's kind of that Disney shit, right? Like Disney's been around since the 1900s, early 1900s, and like, oh, let's just make a bunch of talking animals. So before you know it, you have an entire fucking group of people that are like, I can talk to my animal. They understand English, even though other people who just don't happen to be from the same place as me don't understand what I'm saying. This fucking dog does, or this sheep. Before you know it, you're having full conversations with that fucker, and you're loving what they're saying to you. You know?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just saying Dice is trying to say that farmers who fuck sheep are desperate. Probably.
I didn't
but
say
also, that's what you said.
No, I asked how desperate was the first person to fuck a sheep, not that farmers are desperate and fuck sheep.
Fair. Okay, not to put words in your mouth, but that being said,
Everybody hold up.
being said,
this is going to be our go-to move.
if you're
for the day.
alone on a fucking farm with a bunch of animals, no other soul around, and you start having these Disney conversations with the sheep that like totally gets you, like understands who you are, yeah, you're gonna fuck that sheep. I'm not.
For everybody watching, here's why Nikki's laughing, because she walks around her house having conversations with her cat.
I totally talk to my cat all day. All fucking day.
And she's like, is this about me?
I don't like being alone.
I dated a girl once who like was convinced her dog could understand English.
My cat
words.
totally understands English words.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It understands tones and intention. If you're like, no, it's like, oh, I'm doing something bad. If you're like, hey, you little shit fuck, I want to fucking skin you and use you as a lamp.
Oh
It's
my
not going to run away from you because it doesn't understand.
You don't think dogs understand like a handful of words?
I think it understands routines. You can say walk, and it's like, oh, this is the word they use before I do the thing I like, or food, or here.
But I mean, isn't that what words are? Tones. So if I'm saying,
what I'm saying is, she would have full conversations like this.
oh, not a full conversation. I'm saying like singular word or like 2-word phrases, like come on or treat, stuff like that.
That's just training. That's just training based on routines, right? Like it's like walk. Okay, yeah, it's time for us to do the thing I love. Versus like, hey, would you like to go on a walk or would you like to go 20 minutes from now? I feel like you might be a little tired. How are you feeling? Like it's just not.
Yeah, that's definitely Nikki talking to the cat.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I was like blown away. I was like mentioning this thing I'm making fun of, and Nikki's like, I'm that.
Yeah, I mean, I know my dogs understand like maybe 10 words at the most, but I'm not sitting here like, if I yell at them in a whole sentence, I don't expect them to, do anything other than stare at me and tilt their head to the side.
I'm pretty sure I've posted videos of me talking to my cat, like having
every day.
My cat.
Every day, there's you posting videos of you having conversations.
Hey Charlie, what's up? How are you feeling today?
I feel like Charlie is probably sick of you.
Probably. That's probably why she tries to like kill me in my sleep.
How does she try to kill you?
Just kidding.
I don't think you are.
No, she sleeps next to my face. That's it.
Do you wake up with like little cat paws around your throat sometimes?
No. I mean, like unless she's like stretching, like she sleeps right here.
Oh yeah, I would totally play it off too if I was, trying to strangle somebody in their sleep and then they woke up and like, oh, I'm just stretching
she
and
sleeps right here. Like she could easily do it. She has scratched me in the face before an accident.
It's kind of like one of those things where like
she gets scared.
It's like the Wolverine thing, right? You put the paws out and then you can retract them at any time and just insert the claws right into the throat.
Oh,
you choose.
Oh, is it a choice though, or what if they get scared?
You
that
die.
Can happen too. Yeah, instant
She
death.
gets really scared easily.
Why?
She is doing good though.
What? A pussy ass cat.
No, just like loud noises. I know it's cats.
Hey, Streamlabs is asking in the chat, did you submit a song yet?
Yeah, I turned it off, I think. I don't know. Question for you too. Yeah. 6 rib shots from a silverback gorilla or running from a lion in a closed area for 2 minutes?
Ooh, rib shots.
Rib shots. I cannot run a lion. I die.
You think you can survive rib shots from a gorilla?
Yeah.
I mean, if I keep on working out my core the way I have been,
my bone
fucking steel trap, baby.
I have great bone density. We're good.
Do you know how dense their muscles are?
I know I
Maybe-
can't outrun a lion. I'd rather freaking die by like I don't know that than like getting ripped to shreds by a lion. Actually, I might be able to train the lion.
Do I get the do I get
I
to
just give it a
punch
hug.
the do I get to punch the gorilla back?
I'm assuming so.
I think I would do a fighting chance with the gorilla.
I'm
And I play dirty. I'm gonna fucking poke his eyes out. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna be like,
You think that's
okay.
gonna calm him down, getting his eyes poked?
I think I'm gonna
Probably.
fucking go like this and just boom as hard as I can. He's gonna reel back and then just start swinging. But at that point, then I fucking run.
So you're the Flash now. You're just fast enough to do quickly into a gorilla's beady little eyes.
I'm just saying, if it comes down to running away from a lion or like getting in a fist fight with a gorilla who might do 6 body shots to me, I don't think I can take all 6 for sure. I might not even be able to take 1. So if I can get in a cheap shot really quick and then escape from the scenario, that's bad. Because I don't think I could eye poke a lion and get away. I do think I can.
No,
eye
a
poke
lion's gonna
gorilla
eat me
and get
alive,
away.
but I might be able to. Maybe I can make the gorilla fall in love with me. I don't know. Like
It's-
I don't know.
It's literally giving you rib shots. It's not gonna fall in love with you. It's gut punching you until your body's lifeless.
I don't know. Maybe he feels bad. He can't punch me anymore.
Y'all's caucasity is really coming out.
What
tonight.
would you do?
I would run from the lion for 2 minutes. It doesn't say anything about the
I
lion
can't
eating
run.
you.
2 minutes?
I will trip. Dice, do you know how fast I would fall?
It doesn't say anything
not
about the lion
physically.
scratching you. It doesn't say anything about it eating you. It just says run from a lion in a closed area.
I
2
would
minutes.
fall. It's an instant fail.
You would fall down. What's the lion gonna do?
Then I'm not running from the lion, so I lost.
I don't know.
Technicality. I lose. Either way with the lion.
I'd rather die by, if the lion's gonna kill me, I'd rather die by something that's gonna bite my jugular than get pummeled to death by a large gorilla. Because then I got to lay there bleeding out and suffering as blood gurgles out of my lungs while the gorilla just stands over me eating a banana.
Yeah, I'm so not that. I'm like, if I can have a fighting chance versus just like one not at all. I'm not a fast man.
Nah, man. Student loans are due in 14 days. Take me out of my misery as fast as possible. I don't want a fighting chance. I don't want to come
be
back.
Eaten. I'd rather be beaten than eaten. Put that on a t-shirt.
What if it was a nice young lady?
Yeah, no, I'd definitely rather be beaten than eaten.
Not a little salad toss going on? Didn't see that curveball coming, did you?
You're
Zinger.
ooey. You're
Zinger.
ooey.
Zinger.
It's not a zinger. That's an ooey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the gorilla pummeling would be more unpleasant than whatever it is that the lion would do to me. And I think the lion death would be quick and easy. I understand you'd want to fight to live, but yeah, I've seen enough of this adult life. I'm good. Salute.
Have you?
I've got insurance policies. The kid will be okay. You know, he'll cry. He'll get some
I literally
money.
just listened. I literally was just listening on Spotify to a project that you put out called "I'm Okay." You okay, man?
Aw, I know. Are you okay? Like I'm. Every time I hear that song, it makes me feel really sad.
What do you mean every time?
When you first sent it to me.
So like once?
Streamed it again. No, and then I listened to it the other day. I listened to it yesterday. I listened to it. It's on my gym playlist. Screw you.
Right, wow, that's very quick escalation there.
Like, act like I don't listen to your
The
shit.
journey that went on.
I simply was inquiring how many times you listened to it, and it went from.
I'm sorry. I just think my thoughts. I say my.
I'm
All right.
sorry for existing.
So
Put that on a fucking shirt.
Oh my god.
so now that you have opened up Pandora's box, why are you so defensive? What's going on? Are you okay? Why are you so defensive?
I'm not okay, but it's okay.
Is it the crickets in the background?
Is there crickets? I don't hear
Yeah.
shit. All I hear is you.
Yeah. It's not in Portland, I'll tell you that much. We don't get crickets.
You don't have crickets
First
up
time
there?
First time I went to the South, it was fucking crazy. Actually, I think it was like
The cicadas are
Pennsylvania. It wasn't even the South. It was like lightning bugs and
Where did you
Oh,
say?
yeah, they're loud as hell.
Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, that's not the south.
Hershey.
It's not the South, but it was like it was a whole new world. I was like, holy fuck. A, they have a dope chocolate factory, giggity giggity. But B, they have like fucking bugs with light bulbs for asses, and they have crickets that just don't shut the fuck up. How do you guys do that?
You go inside of your modern house and you close the doors and windows.
These sound beautiful.
Doesn't sound through the windows. You don't hear
Turn the TV on.
thousands of fucking crickets.
Turn the
You just
TV
go to
on.
sleep. I listen to crickets anyways.
Nikki, what don't you listen? What name something that's unpleasant for you, Nikki?
Mouth noises.
Mouth noises?
Hate mouth noises.
What kind of mouth noises? Like chewing?
Oh my gosh, mouth noises, sticky. And I have them really bad. Like that's why I can't listen to my raws. I'm like,
Huh.
So if I was eating a blow pop right now, you would be disgusted.
I'd
Just
be like,
slurping on my blow pop in the microphone.
something about just amplified mouth noises. That is.
Okay, other than mouth noises, what don't you like? You seem to like everything in life, and I'm having difficulty reconciling that in my brain.
What don't I like?
The world can't be that pleasant, Nikki. Come on.
I don't know. What are things that people don't like? I don't know. Like I don't like bad things.
Other people.
I like people.
Bald men. I don't know.
Is this so hard for you? I could list off 20
I'm
things
sorry.
right now. Jesus fucking Christ.
I don't
Olives,
like onions.
Pickles.
I don't go through food. I'm a really picky eater. I don't like onions. I don't like olives. I don't.
Slow people. People in front of you at the grocery store with 1,000 coupons that you have to wait behind them. Yeah, all of
That
the
is
things.
me.
You're the couponer.
You're a couponer? Are you
I
an
normally
extreme
have them
couponer?
already pre-clipped. But I
The
buy things
fuck?
specifically for coupons.
How much do you really save couponing?
None.
A lot.
Wait.
None.
Are you one of those hundreds of dollars coupon savers?
No.
Okay,
no.
then how much are you really benefiting from taking
I don't
time?
like $50-$60. I buy strategically based on coupons.
So no,
Not based on
they
necessity.
advertise to you, and then you
You're like, they
fall
got
for their
you, Nikki.
advertisements. Yeah,
They
it's
got
not-
you.
Yeah, that's
Well,
why they
whatever.
send
I
out
think I'm saving
coupons
money,
is because
so
they
it-
have an excess surplus, and they're like, oh yeah, instead of making a $10 margin, we'll make a $7.
Nikki,
what a deal.
Nikki, if you have a closet full of toilet paper and then the next day you see a coupon that says $10 off your next pack of toilet paper, are you going to go get that new roll of toilet paper?
Probably not.
Fucking okay, great. That's all I want to know is
I'm not like a hoarder doomsday prepper like that. Like,
There's nothing to do-
I'll wait till if something's on sale and I know I'm like halfway gone with it, like I'll buy it or like.
it's not a hoarder thing. There's some people
I
who
do
be
that with
like,
like conditioner though. I have a lot of conditioner.
there you go. I knew it was somewhere in there. People who like, oh, there's a coupon, so I'm gonna save. I'm gonna use it anyway, but I already have a boatload of it that I'm not even going through.
I do that with makeup too.
Here's the problem: is that like the amount of time, if you view your time as money, the amount of time you go through sifting through fucking coupons for savings probably would have been the amount of money that you save. I think they're directly
But I don't
related.
like go through like clipping coupons out of like the paper and stuff. Like I just go through like I shop. I do like scan and shop online when I'm in the store. So then if there's a coupon, it just pops up.
Scan and shop.
Yeah, where you scan, you check out while you shop.
No, I just go grab the shit and then leave.
You check out in bag. I have my own bag, so that's what I use my totes for.
Big.
Bag.
Bags.
Bag.
I say bags. Weird.
Big.
You say it like a Canadian.
You say it like a fucking Michigander.
I just, scan and bag.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Do you go through the line with the people who bag your stuff and scan it, or do you self-check out?
Self all day.
Mine's already done. I just go and scan my phone and walk out of the store. I
That's
do it
fine.
as I shop.
That's kind of dope. I don't think they have that, or
It's
Yeah.
Kroger.
I've seen it. I just opted not to want to have to do work while I'm walking around picking up my groceries.
I don't mind it because I fucking hate the lines. A. B. It pops up if there's a coupon right there.
Well,
I think it's also dependent upon what items I'm getting. If I'm getting a bunch of produce where I'm gonna have to like type in like, some fucking 10-digit code to make sure they know it's a pear, I was like, all right, I'll just go through the fucking line, make them do it.
what are you doing?
Me?
You lotioning your feet?
Yeah, they hurt. What?
Why do your feet hurt?
The water park all day.
Were you
walked
standing
all
all
over.
day?
I walked all over. I went everywhere. It was fun.
Did you walk because you needed to go from place to place, or because you're Nikki and you were just walking to walk?
I kind of wandered a little bit a lot of the time, but I had some places to go sometimes.
All right. I gotta go grab.
I didn't know what to do. I was just like, I just kind of walk around. I
I had to
guess.
go grab something for my kid real quick. Bird, you take over.
All right. Well, now that it's my show, Nikki, what is the way that you want to die?
Ooh. Probably just in my sleep, I guess. I mean, I know it's very boring, but
Do you want people to like find you the next day, or do you want to like fall asleep with people by your bedside, holding your hand?
I want to watch people be sad. I don't want
Okay.
anybody to know when I die. I just want to die. Nobody knows.
I don't want to ever die. So
I don't either.
I'm gonna be forever. I'm gonna live forever.
If and when, I wish I could live forever for serious. But if and when, I don't want to see people sad.
Let me ask you
maybe
this.
people would just hate me. So who knows?
So there's a dope episode of Black Mirror where people who are like terminal and like super old, bunch of blue hairs, they're hooked up to these machines, which allows them to kind of create avatars and live in this fake world of like 80s arcade and discos and all this shit, right? So it's like them kind of living out their youth. What the fuck? All right, well, I guess I'll just talk to myself. Well, the cool part about this show is it's totally not sad or fun. No, I was making a fucking point. And everyone just drops out. Hi, Rogue. Hi, Loose. It's all me, Paradise. I'm just talking to myself over here. I feel like those
I'm like, let me back in.
I feel like those YouTubers that like just podcast alone are so fucking weird. I can't imagine just turning on a camera and be like, "Hey guys, what's up? It's D-Bird." Like the only reason I come to this is because we can talk back and forth.
I used to go
like
live alone.
5 minutes where I was by myself, I was like, this isn't fun anymore.
I used to go live alone. I would just like be like making pancakes on stream, and like my whole day I would broadcast live from when I woke up to like when I went to bed.
Did you talk to the chat?
Yeah.
What did they say? Sometimes. Hold on. What did you say when you weren't talking to the chat? Just talking to yourself?
I would be like doing yoga or doing my daily stuff. Like I've literally been like on a live stream like with like my shower going.
So it's like voyeurism.
What?
Voyeurism.
Why?
Because it's basically people watching somebody doing something that may or may not be a private moment.
I guess.
I feel like that's a thing though. Like there was, I forget what it was called, but there was like a whole thing where it was like the real world, except for these cams in like Russia, and you could just pop in and see how these people live their lives. And it was like a whole thing where the producers maybe bought like apartments for these people. And like they're like, yo, you could live here, but also like we just have cameras everywhere, and anyone from anywhere across the world can just tune in at any given time.
Would you live in a live streamed house?
I would.
I would 100%.
I would
Would
love
you?
that actually.
I would love it. We should
I
have
want
done
that.
it. Should have
Sign
been
me
like,
up.
It should have been like Big Brother in Texas. It should have.
Yeah, with studio budgets and a little bit more planning, it's gonna be. We're gonna do a season 2 of the documentary, and it's gonna be fucking lit.
You think so?
It's like,
Yeah.
and when you can like pay to see in every camera Big Brother, like the Big Brother live cam, so you can just pop in and check anytime. What is that? CBS Live 24/7 access shit.
But would y'all have to do it with living with roommates, or would you do it solo? Like if they said, "Here's an apartment by yourself," but
I
it's
do
going to be
both.
live streamed.
I do both.
I think
Like,
the weird part for me would be like shitting or showering. But also it's like, okay, like
I'd
does it really affect my life if I'm just doing it anyways and I don't know somebody's watching? If they are or aren't, it doesn't really impact me in the moment if they're like doing it over there.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Crazy.
What do you think the
No.
long term mental effect is going to be on society 20, 30 years from now? We have people who they grow up and all they know is like I do my life and I do it on a camera for people to watch and comment on, and maybe at one point that gets taken away. I don't know, but do you think this is going to shift society in 30 years, that this normal thing is going to be more normal?
I think it already has.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like being watched. I think it's normal as hell.
Why do you think it's normal?
It's fun.
Why do you
What?
think why do you think it's normal though?
I don't know. I don't feel like it's weird to just turn on, like, if I'm just gonna be doing shit anyways. I don't know. I just don't think it's weird to be watched.
My favorite is when people are like, "You can't track me, bro! Like fucking government, Big Brother. Oh, if I get this COVID shot, then they're gonna be like fucking stalking my every move. Like they're so important." Meanwhile, they have like a social security number,
Yeah.
a fucking driver's license, an iPhone that has them moment by moment location tracking.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. You can certainly go off the grid at some point, but if you were born in a facility that gave you a birth certificate and a social security number, you exist in some database somewhere. It may be less than other people's, but it is what it is. Nobody's super important. Most people are not that super important where you're being tracked by the government.
Yeah. And it makes me wonder about those people that are like, don't watch me, man. Don't watch me. It's like, what are you doing? You know, like, I'm boring. If you watch my life, you'd be like, oh, this is kind of boring. Well, actually, you'd be like, this is kind of dope. But
I think that you would be like, this is dope for me too, but there's other parts you'd be like, this is boring as hell. Like,
Yeah.
but
70% of my day is spent in this room. So unless you want to see me do other things, this is it. I might shift from this desk to this one over here, but 70% of my day, here I am. I'm either working or I'm working.
Yeah.
You guys would probably get sick of my, like, all of my high pitched excitedness.
I
wouldn't watch it
all the time.
I wouldn't watch it.
Hi, good morning.
Love you. Yeah, no, couldn't do it.
Nikki, if you had the budget, if somebody gave you the budget to create a reality show of your choosing, what kind of reality show would you create?
Probably a dating show.
Why a dating show?
Because love is complicated.
Would
so
this
it sells.
give me the premise of the show? Is it like, blind date?
Gimmick.
Yeah, what's the catch that is going to get people rock hard to watch this dating show?
I think that it could be something like it would probably have to be on Showtime or something.
Is it rated R dating?
It's gonna be a rated R show.
I heard recently there is this show kind of like Love at First Sight, where it's like Naked at First Sight, where people approach each other naked and then they.
I've seen that.
Is that where?
I love Married at First Sight.
I watch dating shows, man. I love them because I believe in love.
Bird, what kind of reality show would you create with an unlimited budget?
Oh, easy. So this one I've put a lot of thought into. So they have dating on the spectrum, right? So there's for autism, they have it for a lot of different mental health dating. I want one where there's a physical handicap. I want wheelchairs and I want full penetration.
What the fuck?
I want it'll be called Wheels of Fury. And it would just be furiously like just flopping on each other and then like, wiggling around with
Wait.
the dicks and hoo-haws.
What genre of show is this? Is this
But only if they found love, right? Like that's the thing is that they're gonna do a lot of dating around. They're gonna like see a dude with like, just half arms. And then I want to see those arms go in somebody at one point.
I'm not sure whether I should commend you for trying to find people some sort of relationship despite their handicap, or I should admonish you for such a creepy show.
It's all about accessibility, man. Like I'm an ally, as you know, and I am trying to make something accessible where, I don't think it needs to be gross. I think it should be normalized that everyone needs love and we should support people of all types.
I feel like this show would get canceled 3 episodes in just to
Facts.
due to the cruel nature of its production, but the comments left on by viewers on
The internet's a crazy place. I have no control over that, but this would be done very tastefully, very respectfully. Like the whole point would be like
that was the same description for A Clockwork Orange and Requiem for a Dream. Yeah, this is very tasteful and artful. People are dying here.
For sure.
I don't know if I can get behind that show, Bird.
What would your show be?
My show would
Do
be
better.
It would be a reality show based on jobs that people think are mundane, but are actually like the cornerstone of regular bullshit, such as the jobs that I've had before, like flower delivery driver or working in a warehouse that supplies medical products that eventually go into your body, and you realize all the comedy of errors that maybe I lost your tube of blood that you had drawn by the doctor and it's found in a trash can, 8 hours later after the whole building is on red alert because somebody misplaced the tube. And then all of a sudden it's found at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Then your test results come in. You're calling the doctor like, where's my fucking test result? It's just a cup of blood. All the comedy of errors of regular shit.
Like, I drank it.
Yeah. All the comedy of errors of regular shit that you people don't see that happens, that impacts you, minimally, but it happens in the background. Like imagine the shitty day that your burger flipper went through at McDonald's and you're just going through the drive-thru like, oh, hey, it's just hold the onions and extra lettuce. How fucking hard can it be? And then his girlfriend just kicked him out this morning. He's got 35 cents left in his pocket. He's fucking got his manager up his ass like, you can't even flip a fucking burger, you dumbass piece of shit. And then he's got your ass in the drive-thru like, come on, you dipshit. You're getting paid what? That stuff.
Aw, you want people to empathize.
No, I just want people to see there's bullshit that's happening in the background.
Yeah, that's
bullshit everywhere.
There's bullshit everywhere, man. Like I mean,
we've got reality shows about, catering on a cruise ship below deck, right? That's the thing that girls.
Oh yeah, I have watched that. The Mediterranean one. Below seats. What is it called? Is it below deck?
Below deck, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's not bad.
For girls.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
I used to watch what is that? The Keys one and stuff like that. I used to watch a lot of trash.
But I would venture down the path of what Bird said about his show though. It would be done tastefully, and like I don't want it to be like how the reality shows of like the baking shows and all that stuff has become, where it's like this glorified over budget like 10 cameras and then they have to set up this certain scene. Like shit's gonna happen day to day. You might have to film a little bit more, but I guarantee you, like everybody can walk away from their day job every day and be like, man, if that shit was on a show, I'd watch it. Like stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm not gonna like force people to have some shit happen. And you know what? Matter of fact, when I was working at the flower shop, they were talking about doing that exact fucking thing. They were like, you know, what if we get a camera crew to just film us like doing this shit? Because at the time we were moving from like a small little building and then opening up this big warehouse because we were supposed to do events and stuff like that. But you know, of course, the day-to-day bullshit happens. Like, oh, my wife got 11 roses instead of 12. Bring me one fucking stem of roses at 8 o'clock at night. Like shit like that happened like every day. So it was like he's like the owner of the company's like, you know, what if we just filmed this stuff and then made it into a documentary? I don't know if he ever actually did it because they fucking fired me. But
Here's what I'd say is people have all sorts of ideas all the fucking time. But also people just talk and don't fucking do anything ever. And that's why when I had the idea of having a fucking mansion that a bunch of artists could go to and just fucking be free to create art, and never having met each other in real life ever, yeah, we're going to document the whole fucking thing. And I actually fucking did it. And that's the fucking difference is, yeah, you can talk about, oh, this should be a documentary. Well, do it, right? Like we have a fucking editor now who's going through 6 terabytes of footage for an experience that we fucking did. I'm just sick of people who don't do anything. And I think it's kind of the way of the world a little bit where it's like, we can talk all day. We have all these great ideas, but it seems kind of rare when somebody's willing to just take a chance on something, you know?
yeah, Nikki, take a chance.
I tried with my hourly asshole alerts.
Excuse me? Could you go into depth on this asshole?
Yeah, when you say tried, you mean you texted me once and then
I
just
texted Dice too. I texted Dice too.
You texted both of us and just then what? How's your business plan coming along?
I looked up some stuff. Making an app is not as hard as I thought it was, actually.
Super
There's
easy.
a lot of things. What? Yeah, there's
Super
a lot of
easy.
things that just like kind of build shit for you. But I don't really understand a lot of things. you're talking about.
ChatGPT could probably build that app. Like, that's
Probably.
fucking super easy.
I know.
Dice could probably do this. Dice, could you do that?
Build an app.
No, build Nikki's app specifically.
Yeah, I don't want to give away too much info.
Here's the thing about me and IT stuff is I have to be motivated in order to get it to the finish line. Like I was actually thinking about this earlier. Like when I was doing the internship for AudioMac and I had to program this, basically what I had to do was program this little website that it was a music survey because they wanted to be able to see if the average listener or even people who call themselves audiophiles can tell the difference between a high quality file and a low quality file. So it was like, okay, you log in, pick a genre of music that you prefer, you know, like I prefer hip hop, I prefer rock or something. And then it would present them with different samples of music. One of them was like a high quality wave. One of them was like a mid quality and then a low quality MP3. Even working on that, I was somewhat interested until like I got into the weeds of it. And I'm like, you know what? I don't give a shit about this. And I started asking, for help on the things that I got stuck on programmatically. But if I'm like working on stuff for like my website personally, like I'm like knee deep in it and I'm gung ho and I'll stay up till like the sun rises. So it's like I could build anything, but I have to be like 200% engaged in it to get it all the way across the finish line. If I get to that moment of like, this isn't interesting, fun, entertaining, worth it anymore, then I lose traction or I lose momentum. And for that reason, the hourly asshole app would probably only get 20% done.
That's why you don't involve friends in your business ideas.
Or that's why you get rid of some friends and then loop them back into your business ideas.
Yeah.
What would you do if Homeland Security investigated your job?
Investigates your job.
Yeah, Loose Logic said cryptically that when Homeland Security investigates your job.
Well, and again, I think that this
Hold
goes
on.
back to the job is so boring. Like, there's nothing to investigate.
Hold on, I'm connecting dots here because I keep mentioning to AWOL about the only reason I log into LinkedIn is to see who keeps viewing my profile. One of the interesting things that popped up over the last month is Homeland Security. Luce, is Homeland Security investigating me because somehow they've connected that you and I know each other and they're investigating your job? Are you the cause of these strange views on my LinkedIn profile?
Are you the connection?
Good question.
It may. All right, that adds up. That answers that question. Yeah, I'm looking at LinkedIn. I'm like, who's viewed your profile? Okay,
Sketchy.
I'll look and see. Department of Homeland Security. Like, why would they be looking at my profile? Loose logic. That answers all those questions.
There it is.
When in doubt, it's always loose logic.
When in doubt, logic is loose.
Yeah.
Always.
Hey, old job, new job.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
you just said LinkedIn, and I just had to log into LinkedIn just because I do that. And
they investigate you too?
On LinkedIn,
no, but there seems to be, in the year of our Lord 2023, a bunch more people using it as kind of a social media aspect.
A bunch? Like 80% of them.
Yeah, it's like another fucking Facebook now. It's not professional hardly at all.
It's wild. And it's like half of the shit that gets posted of like, oh, this is me, my brother died and I got this tattoo for my brother. May his light live on. I'm like, the fuck? If I was a recruiter, what am I supposed to get from that other than you're sad and probably won't work very hard for me? You know?
Yeah, it's really become this wasteland of, it's almost like, I don't want to use the word, but it's like propaganda of propositioning how awesome you are, how awesome your company is. It's like, oh, well, I got laid off, but every night I go look at the stars, and then one of those stars is destined to be my future career path. So I went to college and then I got a degree, and now I'm a Fortune 500 CEO. And I'm like, bitch, I knew you in high school and you were lame then and you're probably lame now.
Dude, we're not really close at all. So I think no names or anything, but there's a guy I'm connected with from a previous job who, he was a role above me when I first got into my current industry. And I always kind of looked at him like, oh, he seems to know what he's doing, right? He seems to have it together. I just saw some post that like had him laying up in a hospital with like, full cast on his legs and shit, and was like a fucking Bible. It's basically like Lord of the Rings, this post, how long it is. And he was like, my hero's journey, just being like #1 sales guy for like all these years, then, came to an abrupt end because I was going consulting, being my own boss, #sales boss life. And next thing you know, I'm in a motorcycle accident and, I can't work anymore and really get there, pound the streets to, get myself the clients that I need to survive. So I humbly, hat in hand, am asking, are there any jobs for me? And I'm just like, this is your tactic?
That's his lead up to I'm jobless, please help me out.
It's wild, man. Just the amount of personal info that people put on this, like, supposedly professional business networking site. It's like, yeah, like, I just crushed it every year. I've never not gotten #1. I'm the fucking sales god of the world. But also, like, the only reason I can't do that anymore is because I love motorcycles and got nailed by a car. So, yeah, now I can't do my own business. Can I have a job, please? What?
Respectfully.
Yeah,
the thing that trips me up is that, I don't know, it's like people are writing these like 8-paragraph long essays about things that don't even really fucking matter. And it's supposed to make you, I guess, more desirable as an employee. I don't know what it is, but it really just seems like a bunch of loser BS to me. What up, Tony Bones on YouTube? Here, let me give you the Discord link. If I can do this
Tony
correctly.
Bones. Gossip. Yeah, I usually only read the Twitch chat, so I never see if people are fucking with us from the other sites.
People love us almost everywhere. I tell myself in my head.
That's why we do what we do, baby. That's why.
Nikki, do you like LinkedIn?
It's okay. I don't go on it. I delete it a lot.
What do you mean you delete it?
Like it's an app, one of those apps that I frequently delete and then have to reinstall to do something on it and then delete it. I hate it. Like it's not that I don't know.
What do you know, Nikki? What's on your mind tonight? What the stars shining above you and bright candle lights in the background?
Candle lights.
They're actually
Lanterns?
street lights.
Yeah. Street lights painted black. Nothing.
You're empty head. You're an airhead.
Good thing that we're on a podcast talking.
Listen, why do you
always
gotta do that? Why do you always gotta do that? No, nothing much is on my mind.
Because it's me and Bird chit chatting for like.
Because you're talking about LinkedIn. I don't go on LinkedIn often.
And that's why I asked what's on your mind.
I don't really. I hate how it has become. It's like
it doesn't have to be LinkedIn related. I just asked in general what's on your mind. What do you want to know from me and Bird this fine evening?
What'd you guys do this weekend?
Guys, what'd you do this weekend?
Well, yesterday I listened to music with Bird, Rogue, and Zig, and I got to watch as me and Bird were just observing how Rogue and Zig were just young whippersnappers trying to give advice to other young whippersnappers and hoping that it like sinks into their head that we don't just make up the random stuff that we say on the music review show. It actually comes from a place of like, I've either been through this or I've seen it so many times that I'm going to tell you how to avoid it and hope that you listen.
Well, and what's kind of funny is it's come full circle, right? Like some of the shit we used to say to them, they're saying to others. I'm like, huh, weird. Looks like good advice.
Yeah.
After all, who was right?
And then today, so what did I do today? Today I was going to get up early and work on some music, but I decided to lay in my bed and watch anime for about 3 hours. So then when I finally did get up, I recorded my first verse in a couple of weeks for something that Passive sent me. And then I mastered several tracks and I watched the homie Pat Pryor from the Discord. I watched him and a couple other people stream some Apex Legends, chopped it up with them, and then before you knew it, it was time for us to do this thing. And here I am.
And here you are. The rest is history.
I re-recorded Chasing Shadows this weekend too. Yay.
What else did you do this weekend?
I got a tattoo. I recorded.
Show us.
Oh, you can't see it. Shit.
That's cool.
The moon and the moon.
What does that mean to you, Nikki?
The moon and the sun. I mean, it's a duality of everything, but it's a tattoo that I have planned with Liv for a really long time. So,
would you be
got the same tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
Would you be offended if Liv and I went out and got tattoos?
Not at all. If you had your own thing with her.
What do you mean own thing?
Like that's something that we had. They've always been like the moon, and I've always been like the sun. Just kind of our dynamic our entire life. So it's something we've had planned since we were like 12.
I want to get a tattoo of Liv getting a tattoo of me.
Oh, that would be a crazy tattoo.
Where would you put that tattoo?
On my neck.
On your neck.
Right here. Right on the side of my neck.
Like all of the sisters, we've talked about getting like a wildflower tattoo. That's why I left a space here. And then I've had plans with like my other sister, Mary Jo, because we're late for everything.
Of a clock.
A white rabbit tattoo planned. With a clock, yeah. With a hand.
Bird, what did you do?
So honestly, like for the first time in a long time on Friday, I did fucking nothing. I watched Reptile on Netflix, which was sweet.
What is Reptile?
Saturday, it's a Benicio del Toro and Justin Timberlake murder mystery thriller. Just came out.
Oh, okay.
Released on Netflix. It's pretty good. It's fine. But yeah, I just did like a lot of heavy chilling on Friday. And then last night, Jacob, Cody Nash came down to Portland. We popped in the studio with Zone, mixed a bunch of stuff, danced around, drank. I saw the video.
Danced around and drank?
Yeah, well, yeah.
You heard the man.
I said what I said. But yeah, Nash took a video of me dancing to Glock Out and then posted it on Facebook, and I was like, I thought this was just a moment for us, but okay, let's do it. Let's do that.
What was this dance like? Was it like a two-step? Was it a shoulder lean?
There was a lot of shoulder stuff. I think I did a little bit of brush off the titty once.
There you go.
Yeah, I've got some, milk moves.
Nikki, if you're in a club and you see a male do the brush off the titty move, are you interested, disinterested, or are you observing for further moves?
What was that? You just cut out.
I said if you're in a club.
Sorry,
and...
I'm on fucking Zender's.
Can you hear
Wi-Fi.
me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in a club, you spot a guy. He's doing his dance, and he does the brush off the titty move. Are you interested, not interested, or are you waiting to see further moves?
I'd be like,
really? Is that still a thing? The rope pull?
I do stuff like that because I'm me.
I think it's funny. So okay, this is all right. Maybe I shouldn't expose myself like this. Hashtag that's what she said. But one of the things I learned as a single young 20-something is that all of the shit they used to do as a kid is like 1,000 times more hilarious and effective as an adult at a bar. Drunk adults are kind of just like kids. So you walk up to a girl, you challenge her to a thumb wrestling match. Yeah, that's going to fucking crush. So at least that's what I did back in the day.
Wait, did you say challenger to a thunder match?
Thumb wrestling match.
Thumb wrestling match. Oh,
I had somebody do that to me the other day.
Did you?
Yes.
That's my move.
I did a thumb wrestling match the other day. Did not take it like that. Oh God, it was at the gym.
The fucking experiences you have at a gym are insane to me. That's one of those things.
Right.
That's one of those things. I'm like, if somebody approached me at the gym and said anything, I'd be like,
I talked to everybody in, buddy. Gym.
No,
I feel like I need to expand
water in your face.
I feel like I need to expand my horizons a bit more and be like Nikki, because I feel like I'm like you, Bert. If people approach me in public, I'm not in public for like interaction. So it's like if you walk up to me and start talking to me, I'm immediately on guard. Like, why are you talking to me? What do you want?
What do you want? Yeah, it's like you're selling me a supplement, right?
Yeah, and it's an anal supplement.
Like, hi.
That's
you're
a suppository.
I'm talking to you,
Nikki. Do you introduce yourself to people, or they just walk up to you?
Normally, people walk up to me, but I smile at everyone, so I'm inviting.
There we go. That must be the difference.
I smile everywhere I go.
But even when I don't smile at people, I guess the thing that I used to attract a lot when I did go out in public more often was the Bible thumpers. They're like, hey, that guy, he looks like he needs some Jesus. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Scientologists do not leave me alone.
In the middle of the Kroger parking lot while I'm trying to sell my banana bread, I'm gonna, definitely, hey buddy, you need some Jesus right now as you're exiting Kroger, spending hundreds of dollars that you may or may not have. I think you do. That's what I used to attract.
I forgot that this happened until just this moment, but it was a thing that we joked about for a while, where like I was out having, some lunch beers with some friends a few years ago. walking on the streets of downtown Portland. And as people do, they have their little causes, they have their little clipboard. And somebody, as we're walking by them, approached us and said, "Hey, would you mind donating some money for starving kids? Something, something." And I turned to him and I said, "I fucking hate kids." And I just kept walking. And that's a moment I think about sometimes because, like, being on the other end, I've done tons of sales, like hardcore boiler room type sales, where people have said all sorts of shit to me. I'm like, I wonder if they still think about me when they ask for a donation for kids, saying, "I fucking hate kids."
I haven't been to that extreme, but like when I'm at the store and they're like, "Would you like to round up your purchase to give money to the Boys and Girls Club or the kids?" And I'm like, "No, I don't."
Today I gave money to the Tootsie Roll people.
No.
You leave fucking Tootsie Rolls for your mailman, so
the Tootsie Roll people that are at the stoplight. I can't.
Loose logic. How do the Scientology people like come in contact with you? I'm kind of offended right now.
Scientology people never leave me alone. Oh my gosh.
I've never been accosted by them. I'm kind of offended that
they're
not
everywhere
like,
in downtown Detroit though.
I'm wishing that Tom Cruise would come banging on my door and be like, "Yo, I need to jump on your couch right now and tell you how awesome Scientology is."
They're the one people that I always end up taking the thing, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Some of this stuff.
You're probably like high up on my list of people. I wouldn't be surprised if you became a Scientologist one day.
Yeah.
Really?
100%.
Yeah.
You guys think I would easily like accidentally get into a cult somehow?
Not even because you want to be, but because somebody would convince you, like, "Hey, you like rocks. These rocks have powers, and eventually some aliens are going to come out of the sky and take us back to Jesus." And you're like, "Okay, I can see that."
Makes sense.
There was a Scientology building that wasn't too far from my old office. So as we'd walk to Starbucks, we would pass the Scientology building, and on the outside it says, free personality tests. And there's a bit of me deep down where I'm like, I wonder what they'd say.
The Scientology things are very convincing, and ours is next to a Starbucks too. They're always next to Starbucks. That's weird. When you just said that, I'm like, that's literally.
Maybe they're just not a big thing.
I have my caramel ribbon frappe.
Yeah, maybe they're just not a big thing in Texas, because I feel like I should have been accosted by some Scientologists at least a couple times in my life by now.
And I have. This is a pretty big space.
The one thing that was interesting that happened to me one time, I think it was when I was in Vegas on a work trip, but like I was eating somewhere, and then this person was walking around, and then they hand you like a little, I don't know, doodad or whatever, and it's like you read it, and then they keep walking, but then you read it, and it's like, I have such and such disability, and this is what I do to earn money. So when I come back around, either give me this card or this thing back, or give me money. And I'm like, you could have asked me that instead of handing it to me.
The little like homemade flowers, and you're like, "Oh, thanks," and they're like $1, and I'm like, I'm like giving you it. Don't like make me forcefully pay you for it.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, this is like after COVID. I'm like, okay, you basically go around handing COVID to everybody. You don't wash these things after you collect them back, because I'm sure nobody's giving you money. And B, like, ask me for the money up front so I can just tell you no, instead of handing this back to you like an asshole. Like, throw it back to you. Like, bitch, get out of my face.
The biggest like fucking street fucks that I have experienced in my limited travel was in the Dominican Republic. You go down there, and like once you get out of the all inclusive and stuff, it's like, every single gift shop has all of the same art. There's like one guy that just supplies all the art for all the gift shops, and it's literally like side by side by side by side, the same paintings, the same, alcohol, the same tobacco, whatever, the same trinkets. And they go in and they're like, "Oh, here's like a bracelet." They just put it on your wrist.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Caribbean is like, man, they're I don't know whether they're hustlers. Yeah, I was going to say hustlers, but I wanted to say like sometimes con artists. It's like they'll and I saw this in one of the Korean shows that I was watching that happens in like the Middle East too, is like these vendors, they're like so eager to get the sale. They'll basically, like, if they sell clothes, they'll put the clothes on you fully wardrobed, and they'll be like, okay, this one costs like X amount. Like, you already have the shit on by the time that they're ringing you up at the cash register. And that's how it is in the Caribbean too. Like, if you leave the little tourist enclosure, like, everybody's gonna sell you something. Weed,
I love the
clothes.
straw markets.
Of course you do, Nikki, because they're gonna sell you everything.
I barter.
Sure, you call it bartering, and they're making a huge profit compared to what they would
I got like
normally
an
make.
ashtray for $1.
You know how much a buck is in the Caribbean?
I guess. Yeah, it was a lot. I was very excited to Caribbean. It was nice.
You could give them like
My
$20,
first Mexico was nice.
and it's crazy how like drastically different the economy is. But you give them $20, and you probably set some family up for a week there. It's crazy. Like, you're thinking you're just buying like cheap like little goods, and they're like, we just fucking made this week's money for the week, and it's like, damn.
Dude, okay, so this is a little embarrassing, but we're in a safe space.
There's
so
nothing embarrassing here.
say to you guys. When we first landed, like, I didn't look up the exchange rate. I didn't know anything, right? And I probably could have easily found all this info out. I just was lazy. So we get to the Airbnb that's literally connected to a gift shop. Go downstairs, just, the second my feet touch sand, somebody's in my face trying to like sell me trinkets, right? Brings me into the shop. I ended up buying a pint of alcohol, like literally like, fucking 2 glasses worth, if that. Very small pint of this special Dominican rum. And they said like $60, right? And like, that's crazy for even just a pint in America, right? And meanwhile, it's 18 American dollars to one of their pesos. So I didn't know this at the time, and I remember checking out, and I didn't barter, I didn't do anything. I was just like, oh, is this a price? All right. And he kind of like, I saw it on his face. He's like, he just said yes. and like, he was kind of like, Maria, come, like, check this man out. Check this.
Yeah.
And he ended up giving me like another pint, like just kind of as a consolation prize. Like, oh man, I screwed you so hard. Here's a gift for, your lady. And
I feel like that's kind of the same thing. I bought donuts for the office when I went into the office on Thursday, and like, the routine thing is like, you buy donuts, they give you donut holes, and I'm like, I've kind of known the inner workings of donut shops before. It's like, you guys know that you're jacking the price up on these little boiled pastries so much that you're like, here, have this extra dough because I just screwed you royally, and you paid so like hard. $30 for 2 dozen donuts. And I'm like, I deserve some donut holes, and I ate those bitches on the way to the office because I deserved it.
And I deserve it. And that's how I was. Like, I was checking out, and even before money was exchanged, I knew the second I said yes, I was regretting it. I was like, oh, this is way overpricing. I could have bartered. I could have done something.
I feel like that's always the case. Like, when in those little hustle moments, you're like, you see the thing and you're like, oh, that would be cool to have. I don't really need it, but it'd just be cool to have. And then the moment you say yes, you're like, I probably should have definitely said no.
See, that's why I always start with bartering. I'm like, oh, will you take a tarot reading? Are you sure?
A tarot reading?
A tarot reading?
You know how many things that follow tarot cards?
If you offered me a tarot reading for something I was selling, I would throw that card like Gambit until it blew up and you disintegrated into a million pieces.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
That's better.
No, with all due respect.
What is it? A tarot reading is not a tangible item to trade for, unless I guess you're of the mystics or something, I guess.
Oh, dude, by the way, can I just tell you guys that, like, literally last week I was going out for some happy hour drinks with my buddies. We were hanging out, just catching up. Some dude comes over and starts chatting us up, and he's from Africa, and was like, what do you guys even produce in the US? Like, if I said I want to sell you my giraffe, what could you even give me? And I was like, in my head, like, why do I want a fucking giraffe?
I know one thing.
Why is this?
A Cadillac.
Cadillac. Okay.
We learned that we learned last night that Rogue Jepson didn't know what a Cadillac was.
I don't know what it
What?
is either. What's Cadillac?
It's a
Just
car
kidding.
manufacturer.
Troll. Yeah.
Yeah, Nikki, you can't believe that. I mean, think about it. We don't export. I mean, unless it's like a Ford Mustang or like Corvette. You know, we don't export. You know, Ford Taurus to
You know
the
what a
United Kingdom.
Bronco is?
Probably not.
Bro?
I think for stuff like Broncos, they have like a United Kingdom version of it that is basically the same body but different name.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we're not exporting Cadillacs from Detroit to the United Kingdom, and probably
Right.
the only people in the United Kingdom
Detroit.
with a Cadillac or somebody who happened to come to America and is like, that car must be really nice. Send me one, good sir.
One Cadillac, please.
One Cadillac.
One Cadillac Escalade. Rogue, do you know what Rogue? Do you know what an Escalade is? I wonder if they had an Escalade exported to the United Kingdom for somebody to shoot a music video. Ooh, loose logic with the haymaker. They don't have cars in the UK, bruv.
Escalade, that used to be my dream car a long time ago.
What happened? Why'd your dreams change?
I don't know. I used to love it. I was like so specific about it too. It was like I wanted a Cadillac ESV Escalade ESV 21 inches longer than the regular. Like I knew everything about the car. I don't know why. I was like obsessed with it.
Where did you see it? You saw it somewhere.
I saw it somewhere. I don't know. I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
It was weird.
What's your dream car now?
I have my dream car. I've always wanted a Bronco. It's always been another one of mine.
Is it because
I want the full size Bronco. So, but it's just so expensive.
Is it because you're an O.J. Simpson fan?
No, it's because I like
Great
Bronco.
runner.
Are you not an O.J. Simpson fan?
The glove doesn't quite fit.
What do you mean by that? What does that have to do with being a fan?
I'm not quite that type of person to be a fan.
You don't think he was good at football?
Doesn't matter.
What about acting? He was pretty funny in The Naked Gun.
Doesn't matter.
Was
I
he?
don't know. I've never seen The Naked Gun.
Was he?
Yeah, it's hilarious in The Naked
I've
Gun.
never seen that. So.
Oh, you got to watch it.
I've
OJ.
never seen any of the guns. Top Gun, Naked Gun.
Well, we know that you don't watch the telly, so I'm not going to probe you on that.
Yeah.
But why doesn't it matter that he was awesome at football?
I guess do you still listen to everybody that's done bad things too?
Yeah. Still listen to people who are in jail for murder. What the fuck? I listen to See Murder. Listen to Mystical. I think he's out of jail. BG
That's
just got out of jail.
Worse. I mean, that's kind of a different problem. Is you just listen to bad music. Like See Murder is not good music.
It is good music. Haven't
Not
you heard
good
a kick dough with UGK? And it made you want to like
Embarrassed.
load up Call of Duty and go kick in a door and gun down some rebels? No,
Sure didn't.
no. I guess it's just me. Nah, I listen to everything. I don't stop listening to stuff because people get prosecuted for crimes.
I do.
Well, you're a great man.
But also, like, look, Kanye fucking fell off. I don't remember who I was arguing with, but they were like, no, like he's still fire. And I'm like, there's an old Kanye and a current Kanye. And it's like, Nazi shit aside, he's not putting out dope music. He was a legendary producer, a good rapper back when he was a good rapper, and it's just not that anymore.
Has he put out anything recently?
Yeah, he had some fucking Christian, like, oh, God is my fucking dick that I put in my soul. Yeah. It's like, I love you, Jesus, sexually.
Is that how you dance to that music?
I don't really listen to music other than myself and stuff I mix. So,
Same.
but I mean that kind of lends itself into why I just don't give a fuck about what happens to these people in their personal lives. Like I don't listen to anything current, so everything that I'm listening to is stuff that I kind of grew up listening to. So I'm not just gonna stop listening stuff I grew up on just because 20 years later somebody turns out to be a shitty human being and now they're in jail. You don't change my childhood for me. Fuck you guys.
I changed your childhood for you.
you don't change the memory.
Challenge accepted.
I remember walking across that kindergarten stage to "I Believe I Can Fly." Damn it, you don't change that for me. I believe I can fly. I am a champion, according to R. Kelly.
You are.
I am a hero. I can climb a mountain.
Can you
Sorry.
climb a mountain?
I can't because I would get bored like 10 feet up. Speaking of climbing
Why
mountains,
would you get bored?
what the fuck is on the top of the mountain that I need to go
You
see?
don't know. That's
I
what's
do.
so exciting.
I don't know.
I think I know what's on a mountain. Just
I don't
dirt
know.
and trees.
Imagine the different rocks you might find on your way.
Nikki, do you know what's halfway up Mount Everest? Dead bodies. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to climb up a mountain to see
I
dead
would have
bodies.
deep dive into the Mount Everest bodies when we had that one podcast about it.
Oh,
and studied about it for
and
like
at
a week.
the risk of
It makes you want to climb Mount Everest.
no, at the risk of this, my coworker someday seeing this guy, great guy. Don't get me wrong, awesome guy. But this motherfucker, his wife is like, that was one of her bucket list goals, is to climb Mount Everest, right? And he's adamant. He's like, I've never wanted to climb a mountain in my life, but my wife wants to do it. So now we're planning a trip to climb halfway up Mount Everest because it's something on her bucket list. And I'm like, yo, even if I love somebody to the end of the earth, and
Dice, you want to climb Mount Everest for me?
no, fuck no.
1,000% fuck that.
I would wait at the bottom of
1,000%.
even
You'd wait at the bottom for me.
I would wait at the bottom in my luscious hotel, but I'm not climbing.
If I
up the
didn't
mountain.
show up when I was supposed to, would you call somebody like, she's probably dead out there, go get her body at least?
I would call the insurance company and hope that my name is on the policy.
In a river.
I'm calling the insurance company and say, you know what, Nikki didn't come back. Am I on the policy? What do I get?
A lot. I
But
need
no-
to change my policies.
But no, even if you, vulgar banshee, smoking latte,
All of your sister
Stephanie,
wives. All of your sister
even if you lined up 5 sister wives for me and you said you got to walk up the mountain for us, I would say respectfully no.
100%. I'm with you.
Holy shit.
That's firmly
There
in
is
the
lie.
fuck that camp, and for no reason. Like you could tell me that there's nothing I would jump out of a plane for. Period. Like even gun to the
Yourself?
head, I'd have to think about it real hard. I'm like, oh, maybe just die.
I've almost signed up to skydive.
I've done that.
You've skydived?
I haven't. You
I have.
skydive? Really?
What was
Yeah.
that like?
Before.
I mean, Earth comes at you pretty fast, but for like 5 seconds, it's a glorious view of basically everything around you.
Did you feel like you were gonna like shit and puke at the same time?
No, I'm not a moron.
Okay. Well, that's every time that I've
Not
ever
a
free
shit
falled
puker?
from anywhere, it's like it's everything all at once. It feels like you're gonna.
Well, I'm in control of my feelings, and the only thing I felt was hoping that this person strapped to the back of me had proper safety gear, and we landed, and we did. But yeah, it was an awesome view. I mean, I kind of just enjoyed the view from the plane. I could have done without actually leaping out of it, but you know, it is what it is once you're in the air, and then you land.
Damn, Dice. What else extreme have you done?
Well, Nikki,
What else do you hide from us, Dice?
now that you ask, nothing.
That's it? Have you ever bungee jumped?
No.
Have you ever ziplined through the jungle?
Do I look like I've been in the jungle before?
I don't know.
No, I've never been in the jungle.
You've never been in the jungle. Where's the craziest place you've gone to visit? Weirdest place? Most exotic place?
The Bahamas.
What'd you do in the Bahamas?
Ride a cruise boat.
When you got off on the island, did you do anything?
We rode around in a taxi while people tried to hustle and scam us into buying trinkets and goods.
You went to the straw markets
I do love
in
that.
Nassau or in Fremont?
Yeah, this was like years ago when I was a kid, though. I mean, it wasn't like I was an adult venturing around on my own. I was, just a kid with my friends and their mom. So it wasn't like I wasn't like adventurous. Like, oh, I'm an adult. Let me go spend wads of
I
cash.
don't know how you get kidnapped in the Bahamas.
Excuse me?
What?
I don't know how I didn't get kidnapped in the Bahamas.
Oh, you don't know how you didn't get kidnapped. Yeah. Neither do I, Nikki.
I don't know how you don't
should've.
get kidnapped anywhere. It's like,
I'm
here's
so-
a rock.
You know
Throw
what,
it
Nikki?
into the van.
If I had to bet on where you would get kidnapped in current times, I would put all of my money on the gym.
Why are you
Yeah.
getting kidnapped at the gym?
Because you talk to people at the gym.
So other people talk to me in the gym.
Because they're trying to kidnap you.
No, like
Yeah.
6 of us talk to each other. I wave at people when they walk in the gym.
You're
Bill's
weird.
over on a cycle thing.
I hate that.
I
So
wave
glad
at
I don't have
people.
that gym.
We all
Wait,
kind of know each other.
Well, let me add. Is it people that you've seen frequently, or is it just like new people too?
No, it's people every day that I see.
Okay, if you see a new face, are you waving at that new face?
I smile.
Like, what kind of smile are you giving out? Like, show me the.
I
show
walk
me,
around the gym like this.
I hate that so much.
like a
I would
doofus.
fucking
Sorry.
trip you. I'd fucking trip you. I'd
Why?
apologize after, like, oh, I'm so sorry, but it was on purpose.
God.
Bird, if you're in the shower changing your clothes and the guy smiled at you, like, you smiling back?
No, I'd furiously start masturbating to regain the dominance.
Oh my God.
That's got to be hilarious. Security camera footage is like two guys having to stare off, and one just start ferociously beating his meat.
Your move, buddy.
And when I went to the Bahamas, we went down like some back alley banana boat. Like went through like definitely some place we probably shouldn't have been. Like,
Nikki, I have
mile or two out of town.
Nikki, I have an unorthodox question for you.
Yeah.
When was the last time that you walked into a glass door?
Oh. Too long ago. I do that frequently. I talk
There's a
about
certain
it.
type, and you can just kind of tell, right?
Yeah,
I've broken a glass door walking into one.
I'm not surprised. Oh man, you said not too long ago. We're talking like within the last couple months.
Yeah.
Jesus, Nikki,
I hit my head pretty good on it too.
how did that happen? Like, were you talking to
I
somebody?
just turned really quick. You know, I turned quick. I tried to dip.
Quick turn.
It was a quick turn trying to say bye and just fucking turned right into the door. It was a sliding door.
Did you fall down, or did you just kind of
No,
like
I just
stumble
hit
backwards?
my head pretty well in it. Yeah.
I would think that you have some cushion there.
No, I hit
You lead with your head.
my head after that. Oh no, I hit my head trying to look out a window. After that.
What?
Oh.
Wait, you gotta walk me through. How do you hit your head trying to look out a window?
Like I just saw that the window was a little bit further, and I was trying to like look further down the street. And just leaned a little further than I should have, and smoked my face off it.
Did you leave like a makeup imprint on the
Yeah.
glass? Nice,
My forehead just a little dot.
Nikki. You
How do you
are.
know about makeup imprints on glass like that? You know how many of those I've left?
I mean, duh. I watch
I was
Instagram reels.
literally, that's one of the stories that my girlfriend Jamie tells of me at the parties is I was in a chicken suit at this party.
A chicken suit?
And like, yeah, I used to wear just random stuff to high school parties.
You weren't a mascot, or this wasn't?
No, I just wore a chicken suit to a party. But anyways, I have a lot of onesies. It was a onesie.
The story
No,
keeps
that one
getting
actually
weirder,
might
but
have-
go on.
It might have actually been a chicken suit. I'd have to ask John.
Was it a onesie, or was it a chicken suit or a onesie?
I think it was a chicken suit. I do have a chicken onesie though. But that's one of the stories that we were like booking it inside, and I ran straight into a sliding door and like knocked myself out.
Like out cold?
I was running.
Why were you running? Were you headed towards some rocks?
I was running from people trying to throw me into the lake. So I was running from people.
Stop.
What? It was a party.
Every time you say another thing, I have more questions about the thing that you say. Why were they trying to throw you into the lake?
Because it was a party. We were all just fucking around.
Bird, when was the last party you were at that people were chasing you to throw you into a body of water?
No, well, you're not a chick. I don't know.
Bird, when was the last time you chased a chick around a party to
Like
throw her
jokingly,
into a
like
bucket?
throwing somebody off of a dock. No, you've never had somebody try to throw you into a pool, fully clothed, nothing. And do I just get picked on?
Yes. Revelation.
Today I learned.
Fuck you
I know.
guys.
That's not safe, Nikki. You shouldn't let people throw you into random bodies of water. I'm saying that for your health.
One time I jumped off of a dock as a kid with a fun noodle. Me and my buddy jumped at the same time, and his fun noodle held my head underwater. I almost fucking drowned. And I remember coughing and sputtering, getting back up to the dock, and just like hitting him as hard as I could with my fun noodle, thinking he did it on purpose. That was unpleasant.
It is a fun noodle. It's not just a noodle.
It was a
it's
no
fun
fun noodle that time. Yeah.
Yeah, I had questions about that too, Zig. I'm like, fun noodle?
It's a fun noodle. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
They're called a fun noodle.
Is it
Fun noodle.
a brand of noodle?
No,
That's
it's just
the
your
title
fun
of it.
noodle.
The
fun
foam
noodle.
fucking it's fun
Noodle.
Yeah.
No, noodle.
It's a fun
you can
noodle.
call it a noodle as like a.
It's either a pool noodle or a fun noodle.
I'm okay with pool noodle, but I've never heard fun noodle.
It's what it's called.
I call it a fun noodle.
Fun noodle.
What did you do to them that make them so upset, Nikki?
Ooh, the people that just sped away, I don't know. We're going a lot fast in Bavaria. They're learning to go that fast, but
On
A lot
their
of-
horse and carriage.
Yeah, I'm with you, Zig. I've never heard fun noodle reference to a pool noodle ever. I've heard pool noodle, never fun noodle. Usually when people are talking about fun noodle, it's something to do with the butts.
It's not true.
what?
I
No.
don't know what circles you're running in.
You know what circles I'm running in. You see what I send you on Instagram.
That's true. It's all that Korean shit, man. It's like all those Korean game shows.
I want to do one of those game shows one day. I would love to be a contestant on a show where it's like this whole room, most of it's made out of chocolate, but you have to bite it and find out. They're like biting shoes and doorknobs and stuff. I want to be on that kind of show. Why don't we have that stuff in America?
I do love that idea.
It was all. Did I not send you that?
No.
Oh yeah, there's like a clip of a Japanese game show. It's like this whole room is mostly made out of chocolate. So like people are like biting like a door handle. They're picking up the plant on the table and they're biting it. This one guy was biting another person's shoe and he's like, I don't know, I'm kind of suspect. So he's like taking a bite out of it, hoping that it's not somebody's dirty ass shoe that's been dragging on piss and whatever else that's on the floor.
I mean,
I love that.
Nikki, what's your favorite? Oh, that's right. You don't watch TV. Fuck. Bird, what's your favorite game show of all time?
I like game shows.
Well, what's your favorite?
Or you can go first.
Keys the VIP. All day, baby. Watch the bird's nest. Keys the VIP. Hidden cameras in a club. Dudes thinking they're players going and hitting on chicks. It's the best one ever. Easy. What about you, Nikki?
I like what is that game called? With the words, the 5-letter words, chain reaction.
Jesus.
What kind of Midwest bullshit is that?
What?
Straight from the 70s. and
What
80s.
in the Midwest is that?
At least I didn't say like, I don't know.
I think you could have said anything other than that, and it would have been
Hollywood
cool.
Squares.
Hollywood Squares is like a cult classic,
What? What are you,
Although-
80?
obscure. I'm gonna go with like the little kid shit. I want to go with Guts or American Gladiator, even though it turned out to be an awful experience for the people involved.
Ooh.
You know,
What is that show that they have the big balls you have to jump on?
Balls?
Go
Jump
on.
What is that show?
You mean
I applied
Wipeout?
for it.
Wipeout?
Yes, I applied for that show. I wanted to go on that so bad.
Oh, sure. The big balls you wanted to jump on.
I did. I know I could take them.
Uh-huh.
I would run across them so quick.
I don't think you
I
could.
already know.
Like, you're
I think
not
I could.
coordinated. You just spent the last 20 minutes talking about running into fucking glass doors.
I have
Those are
some good
stationary.
coordination. I can run across like the lily pads, like across the water park.
These are like bouncy balls
I
suspended
think I
on
could
poles.
do it. I think
Nikki,
I could do it.
I think I've seen every episode of Wipeout, and probably only 2 people have ever successfully crossed those balls.
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
I don't think you can.
I do. I'm not. If I'm really trying, like, I mean, like, I know I fell and stuff in Texas, but like, if I'm really paying attention.
When are you really paying attention?
Yeah,
Nikki?
when is that ever? You could be like you could be like right in front of these giant balls. You'd be like, oh, a rock. And you just fall off.
Nikki, do you really think that you can complete the Wipeout course?
I think I could.
I wish there was a way that we could like
Can
all.
we reenact a wipeout course? For
Yeah,
season 2?
I wish there was a way that we could all compete in a Wipeout course and see who has the fastest time.
There's got to be something like that somewhere.
I mean, I'm sure you could. I know that like, there's like corporate events that have stuff like that. I'm sure we could make it happen. It's just I don't know where they are.
You know what's fucked up is Wipeout is kind of like the blue collar, Jeff Foxworthy redneck trailer trash version of MXC, right? Like MXC was a great fucking show, which was just like us overdubbing like sexual innuendos over a Japanese game show, right? You know what I'm talking about?
I remember it. The one thing, like, yeah, Wipeout was basically a ripoff. I forgot which Japanese show it was a ripoff of, but
Takashi's Castle.
There you go. But they also did the same thing with like Hole in the Wall. There was like there was a Japanese show that made that famous, and then they brought it to America, but they totally ruined it by just doing it over the top. But like Japan has some pretty cool shows that Americans just tend to just fuck up with making it too American.
Try to Americanize it, and it's like you don't need to. It's like it's very simple. There's a fucking rotating platform and then like a stationary thing that you have to hop over. Simple.
Right, Nikki?
I could do that.
You couldn't. I guarantee you. I would put up $1,500 of my own money if you could do fucking 3 rotations on one of those circle things.
I totally could.
And the big ball one, yeah, you would fucking wreck yourself. I would triple down on that one. If
Nikki,
you think you can make it across the big balls,
I think I can.
Yeah, I would give you $1,500 if you do it, and then triple back to me if you don't.
Nikki, sign up for American Ninja Warrior.
There you go.
Okay.
All you have to do is get through the first course.
There's this obstacle course placed by my house that's like an American Ninja Warrior course.
Sign up. Me and Bird will split the cost, and you get it recorded. You going through the course.
Let me look. It's called Defy, I think.
Sign up. Figure out. Get one of your 18 sisters to record you going through the course, and we'll foot the bill.
One of your 18 sisters.
One of our sister wives.
When are you guys gonna come out here with us?
Probably never. For what purpose?
Why would we come to the cornfield that you keep staring at, wondering who's going to jump out of there and stab you to death?
I've seen that movie. It doesn't end well.
Look at the mood. It's so pretty.
What was that? Jeepers Creepers? Were they like driving through the cornfield?
Creepers. Where'd you get them?
Well, sure. I mean, Children of the Corn is the obvious one where the kids are like
Malachi!
sacrificing. Yeah, they're like slitting.
We used to watch that. That
throats.
was like the only VHSs that we had up at our house up. My mom's like vacation house up north, and we used to watch Children of the Corn like nonsense.
Hellblaze, you think you can compete?
Middle of the woods.
Hellblaze, you making it through the first course of Ninja Warrior? Yeah, that's right, Bird. Extend that to Hellblaze too. If y'all can get through the first course, we'll foot the bill for whatever the hell it is that you did. If you give us the footage, footage is key here because we want to. We have to have something to commentate on and make fun of you as you fail miserably, respectfully.
You know what's a bummer to me is that we have this music review show, or we have this review show, but people only submit music. You know what I mean? I'm trying to review some fits. Like show me your outfit, show me your Instagram, show me your girlfriend. I want to review it all.
Show me your makeup for the day.
Sure. I don't know why it has to be a fucking, music only.
Maybe
Let
we
us
just
judge you.
maybe we just need to find random things and review it without people's permission.
So one of my other favorite podcasts that I listen to, outside of this one, is they do a review crew, do a review crew, where they like, oh yeah, everyone goes to Olive Garden. We talk about our experiences, right? We'll give it a rating, and we, tell the story of what happens at Olive Garden.
So we should all go to Olive Garden this week.
Not necessarily saying that, but I am saying we could watch 5 episodes of the Keys of the VIP.
It keeps circling back to this show.
It all comes back to that.
It's the bane of my existence. You and Nikki can watch that shit.
We have.
You can watch some more of it. How many episodes did y'all watch before?
I think we watched 2, yeah.
2, 3, 2? 2.
I think 2.
Do y'all fuck with Olive Garden? Where's Olive Garden on your like top 10?
I haven't been to Olive
20
Garden in like 15 years.
Where do you go for Italian food?
My mom's house.
There's no real good Italian food in Portland.
I thought it was the king of the restaurants.
It's the king of all foods, except for they don't do great Italian and they don't do great barbecue. Those are kind of the two.
Those are kind of like key for having great food, though.
They have everything from all around the world.
Okay.
But there's some holes.
What's your go-to place for tacos in Portland?
Taco Bell.
Fuck out of here, man. I can't stand you so much.
What? It's my North Star. I'm sorry. Is my taste offensive? Does my personal preferences impact your life somehow?
It's not offensive. It's just yeah, it's offensive. I'm sorry. It's offensive. It offends me that you said Taco Bell is the king of tacos.
Look, Little Caesars, king of pizza. Taco Bell, king of tacos. Fight me. What are we going to do?
And it sucks because I have nothing against Taco Bell or Little Caesars, but I would never rank them like top of the list of any of my food options for those two categories.
Yeah.
They'd probably be like top 10 and like lower half of the 10. Definitely lower half. Definitely got to be desperate, and it's like middle of the night, and those are the only things open. Pizza Kings? Never heard of it. Is that just an Indiana thing?
Never heard of her.
Nikki, do they have Pizza Kings in the Midwest there?
Hell no. Smoothie King.
You said that very country. Smoothie King.
You keep on looking back like you're worried. Are you nervous about what's happening?
Nervous. I just hear things.
Did you throw some ice at somebody and they've been circling the property looking for you?
Mm-hmm. I'm not on the lam.
The lamb. Where did that phrase come from?
I'm pretty sure full circle it came from the first guy that fucked the sheep.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not on the lamb.
I'm not on the lamb.
sheep.
I'm in it.
Jesus. A little more graphic answer than I had hoped for.
Sorry.
In the lamb.
It's like, wasn't that from that was from the podcast. It was like, fuck on her cunt.
Yeah,
She
that was
turns
from
to me and asks.
that was from
fuck on my cunt.
yesterday's
Debbie.
review show. Yeah, Debbie.
Yeah, fucking Debbie.
Debbie, man. What are we gonna do with that kid?
I mean,
Give him some actual vowels. First and foremost.
it's one of those things where, like, when I was a virgin, which still am, knock knock, wink, but like when it's something that you've never had and you don't really understand, and you're a young kid, it's kind of just like this crazy thing that you think about, and like it seems that way in the music of he's just so hyper fixated on it, or it's not even him specifically, but there's plenty of young artists that are just like, oh yeah, I'm super sad, I love my grandma, but also like fuck this bitch while I shoot an AK, and you're like, why? It's because they don't have it, and they don't live that.
Amy said the worst pizza she had was in Milano, where her dad's family was from. They had fries on top of the pizza. Would you
That's
eat
crazy.
pizza fries?
I wouldn't like starve if that's what was happening, but I
You do
wouldn't
have to
choose
mention
that.
course there.
Have you ever had fries on your hamburger?
No. Have
I
you?
knew this kid in high school, and he was a little bit on the side.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say like the reality show dating side that I suggested.
Nah, he was a little bit on the extracurricular side, and that was the first person that introduced me that I had ever seen get their lunch meal, burger and fries, and combine them into one monstrosity and begin eating it. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And he's like, yo, you got to put the fries in the burger between the bun and the patty. And I'm like, why? And he's like, 'cause it tastes good. And that was crazy. It doesn't taste bad, but it's not something that I'm going to go to and do and like immediately start stacking fries on my burger every time I get a combo.
Yeah. Separate but equal, you know?
Yeah. Segregation is good sometimes.
Sometimes. I find it crazy that some people are like, I can't have any of my food touching, right? Like there's that's wild to me. It's like, oh, so what? You throw it away? Like the fries touch your burger?
I can understand for some things, like I don't want like liquids running into my bread. I don't want soggy bread,
Yeah.
but I mean, what do you mean why not? Because it's like mush going down your throat. If I wanted mashed potatoes, I'd whip some up myself.
If I wanted to mush in your throat,
I love my
never mind.
Chips or crisps? Well, it depends on what you're calling chips and what you're calling a crisp. Are you from America or from the UK? Are you from Australia? So it's three different things going on here.
Yeah, well, and also chips, those are, fries are fries. Chips are potato chips, like Cheetos and Doritos. Yeah, crisps.
So what's a
are
crisp?
from America, so that's silly.
Nikki, you fuck with crisp? Nikki's frozen. All right, Bird, you fuck with? Oh wait, what'd you say?
I do not fuck with crisps.
You don't fuck with crisp?
I do.
Oh, you do? What's your favorite flavor of crisp?
Ritz sour cream and onion crisps.
What was that shit that Rogue said he puts on his salad yesterday? Salad dressing.
No, salad cream.
Salad cream. That was gross.
Oh, sounds.
Oh, lost Nikki. Yeah, it sounds exactly. She-bird join. Welcome back, Nikki.
It's the freaking Bavarian Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Classic.
salad cream sounds as delicious as it states.
It sounds like the milk plants, those like milk thistles that the weeds that you'll see and like they're like creaming out of the sides of them. No, maybe
What the
that's
fuck are you saying? What are you saying in my ears right now?
Milkweeds
Milk.
that like cream out the sides of them. That's what it reminds me of. Milkweed.
I know. So here's the thing. I know what she's talking about. There's like these little plants that have like milky insides, but in the context of what we're talking about, to bring that up is just so
That's
random.
what I think of when you say salad cream.
Okay, I see the connection, Nikki.
My brain.
Nikki. I'm here for you, Nikki. I got you.
I'm not here for either of you.
I know, and I love you, D-Bird, and it's great my art.
We're not
Nikki-
here. I'm not here for either.
Nikki, meet Amy, aka Hellblaze, aka H. She submitted some songs to the review show last night, and she has asked you, Bavarian, are you in Germany? Could you please reintroduce where you're
I'm in
at?
Frankenmuth, Michigan. It's little Bavaria. Everything's Bavarian here. Bavarian, and
Is Bavaria a hot spot in Michigan?
everybody comes here.
What do they do there?
Go to Splash Village. Go to Zender's. You get some world famous Zender's chicken.
World famous?
Mhm.
Never
Go to
heard.
Bronner's Christmas Wonderlands.
I'd like to go to Splash Village.
You would have so much fun.
Oh yeah, I
You
would.
would have so much fun.
Mm-hmm. What are we talking about?
Splash Village.
Nikki, when you make your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, do you put the peanut what?
I don't eat jelly.
Jam? Preserves? Why don't you eat I know you don't eat jelly, but why don't you like fruit gelatin or
It's
gelatin?
weird. It's really weird in my mouth. I don't like how it feels. It's a very weird consistency.
You know what's consistent? Us every week here
I
at
don't know
4 p.m.
what it's
on the dot, never late. We're doing great. I love it here.
Are we?
What I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Well, unless there's any other questions, I feel like I feel like I've learned everything I can from today's session.
You just want to go out. I see the light. I look at that smile. Oh, don't go into another cycle.
Cycling, baby. I
know you are. I know you are.
I love cycling.
I love you guys.
I'm a cycle.
Y'all crazy.
You guys fuck with penguins?
Always.
Actually, on the autistic dating show or whatever, they take them to a penguin cage, and it's just so wholesome, so magical.
D Bird, what was the recent event that you've seen that restored your faith in humans?
Recent event, if anything, every recent event has eliminated my faith. It's just proven that there is no faith to be had in humans. I feel like just take a look around the state of the world and you're like, wow, things are real bad. And so are people. That's how I feel.
All right, that was our show for tonight, folks.
It's sad.
On that note,
I love y'all.
Nikki, question for you before we get out of here. If you had to walk away from one technology in your life, what would it be?
My vibrator.
Why?
Guys, it's something that somebody else could do.
You sound like Rogue Jepsen 2.0.
I want to get rid of the internet and stuff. I need that shit.
How many vibrators do you have?
Couple.
That's fair. You don't have like a drawer full and like when you open it, they all kind of shuffle around.
No, not all. Not a whole drawer. Not in a big drawer. Not a big
he has
drawer.
he has one of those 10-pound garbage bags just sitting in the corner. Those black garbage bags just hefted over the shoulder.
I have 4.
Every now and then it goes off and zzz.
I threw 3 away, so I have 4 now.
Why'd you throw them away?
One of them I lost. It was
lost the charger?
It was one on a string. It was so old school. And the other one, it had studs on it, and it kind of freaked me out. I never ended up using it. And the other one, it just broke.
It's fair. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. I am glad to close the show on high note.
Zig did have one question. Would y'all fuck someone's spouse if they asked you to and they look good?
You'd be a cuckold?
Would you fuck somebody else's spouse if they asked you to?
If it was consensual in all 3, if we sat there, had a discussion, then yes.
Yeah, I'll fuck the shit out of your wife. I don't give a shit. You don't even have to ask me. I'll just do it.
If everybody's okay with it, then I guess it's okay, but I would never want to be a homewrecker.
What if it was a wife asking you to fuck their husband?
Then...
Come on, Bird. We're an open community here. We go both ways. Do you go both ways?
This is why we're the same. Well, that's actually a good question. If a spouse is watching, I think no, because he's just gonna be sitting there like probably jerking it the whole time.
Most of the time that dynamic is because like you're a bull, like it gets them off, like watching you get off their wife because they can, and it's like a degrading thing that they like about themselves, so then they jerk off.
I guess if she's super hot, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how good she looks. I think probably leaning towards no, though. Dice?
The context of this question is very odd.
It's like the cuckold.
Well, no, the cuckold's the husband asking for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, fuck. I don't know. I'll just say
the bull. The bull.
The what?
The bull. That's what that is. The bull.
Never heard this phrase before.
Sorry.
How do you spell that?
B-U-L-L, the bull.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'd fuck Megan Fox. And if MGK has to watch, then I guess.
What if he was singing, what's that song? Kill Shot or whatever.
Well, then just out of principle, I'd have to be, rapping fucking, toy soldiers while I did his wife.
Yeah, I mean,
real Slim Shady.
Zig, I have to ask before we wrap this up. Where's the context of this question coming from? Have you been propositioned, or did you see a porno recently that sparked this idea? Like, why this question?
Yeah.
Give me some insight here, because this is one of those questions where like the setting and there's other details definitely kind of like paints more of a picture going on and can change the decision that one would make. But as you asked it, I'll just say, heated discussion between you and your coworkers. You guys must have a very slow workday. Hey, man, if somebody asked you to fuck their spouse, would you? And then you proceed to discuss this for 8 more hours during your shift. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm no prude. Like, it would just be impolite to not fuck
Prove
her,
it,
right?
D-Bird. Just kidding.
You wish.
No, Rogue, I had it right. I mean, if he's going to be a cuckold, he would obviously should sing the song that's disrespecting him, right? You wouldn't want to sing. Wouldn't want to sing something respectful. You're watching your girl get slammed in front of you. Go all in.
True.
Literally.
The what ifs.
We knock on people. Oh, that's right. You're one of those door knockers. No solicitation, please. All right. I think unless King Zig has any other
outrageous questions
that we can ask, I'll start wrapping it up. What day is it? Sunday. Tuesday is the Tuesday show with Rogue, MCD. MGK might appear with Megan Fox. You never know. Ryan, and it seems to be some other random British person every now and then. Wednesday we'll be back for our music review show with these two knuckleheads next to me, She and D-Bird. And then Friday we'll have another review show.
Yeah, I gotta change it back.
And then Saturday we'll watch some anime again. Saturday night we have anime watching. So if you are out there and you like waifus or Nissans, or you just like anime, you can watch with me. Right now we're watching Jujutsu Kaisen. I think we're on episode 10, 11, 12, 13, finishing up season 1, and then we'll watch the movie, and then we'll start on season 2, which is currently underway, actually. So hopefully we can catch up before season 2 ends, but I don't know if that'll actually happen. Anything else I missed, guys? And gal?
We got it.
I think that's it.
Yeah, Mimic's been quiet because Mimic is a piece of feces, and I hope that his esophagus bursts into flames and that he never makes another sad boy song ever again.
That's so mean.
Why?
So every time Nikki capes for anybody for no reason, it just makes me want to triple down.
Double down.
I do that for you all the time when you're not there.
Mimic, I hope AIDS infests your butthole
Oh my gosh!
through the corkscrewed pig penis that you're fucking.
Anyone ever went to a sex club?
Like La Trappe?
Yes,
I have not.
Yeah, I have.
I have.
Hmm.
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 Wasn't a big deal.
That was no big deal.
You say that.
Nothing too crazy.
Okay. All right. We'll add that to next week's topics. But yeah, Hellblaze. Let's discuss this further on the Discord in the lounge, where we discuss all sorts of topics, such as sex clubs and, as King as King Zig would say, penis.
Later, y'all.
All right, we're gonna if anybody is hanging out here and wants to watch somebody else chatting, fuck it, we're getting out of here. Come to the Discord and talk to us on the Discord. We'll be there.
The only place conversations happen are at the Discord.
And we lost Nikki. All right,
but I love y'all.
Nikki loves you guys. Bird doesn't love y'all.
Frozen.
We'll see y'all next time on the flip side. Adios.